Welcome to Uplift Stitches. We're laughing because this is our second go.
This is our second go, but sometimes the second time is the charm.
That's right. So we are a married couple, and this channel is a place where we talk about cross-stitching board games and the things that bring us joy.
Yes. So today is a little bit unusual when we're shooting.
Usually we try to film the first weekend of the month, so we would be filming March 1st.
But
I'm going to be out of town.
You're going to be out of town.
And I'm the video editor.
So it
was going to be too long.
It was going to be a little too long, so we decided, well, we'll try to record it before you go on your away, and then we can get it hopefully scheduled to publish when it's supposed to publish.
Yeah, so today is Wednesday,
February 25th.
2026.
2026. Well, if you're new here, welcome. We hope you enjoy what you see here.
We're so glad you decided to stop by. If you're a returning friend, it's nice to see you again. We hope that you've been taking care of yourself since the last time you saw us.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody's had a good February.
Yeah, the best February that you can.
Yeah, and for those who are new and are familiar, we usually start with a little bit of life updates about what's kind of gone over the last month. Mm-hmm. Before we dive into our cross stitch and all that fun stuff, and then we usually save the board games for last if you're interested in that. Mm-hmm. So, what has gone over? What has gone on over the last month or so?
I know. I feel like a mixture of still hibernating, but also having some fun.
Yeah, I would say it felt slower or more low key than the previous month. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but definitely felt that way. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had your parents over for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was so lovely. My parents came up for that weekend. We watched the Super Bowl together. We danced at the halftime show.
Yeah, I mean, we all loved this halftime show. It was so much fun.
There was just so much joy.
They did such a nice job with it, really, this year. Yeah. I was really happy with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't care about which team won because I'm not.
Michael was wearing his 49ers jersey.
I had a 49ers jersey and I had I forget whatever color pants because I was like,
I think you were wearing like blue,
a blue pants because I didn't care who won. Honestly, I didn't care for either team. Yeah. I don't hate either team particularly either, so...
We enjoyed it. It was a nice time. We were all stitching together, and it was just a really lovely weekend.
It was a lovely weekend. We had a lot of fun that weekend. Mm-hmm. So, and we did have a dinner day with friends and games.
Yeah, one of a person who works with Michael at his university invited us over.
Yeah, invited us over. We had a nice a steak lunch they fixed us, which we didn't know what the exact menu was.
It was so nice, and I haven't really spent time with them in a while.
You haven't.
It was so nice to reconnect with them and
we had so much fun just laughing.
I laughed so hard I was crying.
Yeah, it was a wonderful visit, wonderful gaming. We got to
play just good for my soul.
Yeah, we played with their son, and it was so much fun playing those games. Hughes and Q's was just amazing fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a great weekend. But other than that, I mean, we didn't do much else this week.
No, I feel like we did a lot of ordinary things, and then we also really enjoyed watching the Olympics.
We did. The Olympics were probably the highlight of the month for us because we had so much fun watching the Olympics this year, and like you said, I don't always get.
Yeah, we mentioned this the first time we filmed this, but the Olympics are something where not every time that they're on do I watch a whole lot, but for some reason this particular season I just felt myself drawn to watching it a lot.
Yeah, I mean the stories behind the athletes this year were so good, and just watching all the different sports. I really enjoyed the snowboarding and the skiing ones, and the ice skating was good, and that the new sport you told me about
I forget the name of it, but it was alpine mountaineering, maybe, where they hike up the mountain and then ski down the mountain in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was amazing. Wild. It was wild.
I was trying to stitch while watching it, and I was like, I can't even. I have to watch this.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, so it's amazing. I'm just so inspired by the athletes and their joy and their passion, and
yeah, it was just so much fun. So, but yeah, there was that, and then that's really it. I mean, we didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. You had
I had a really terrible
severe migraine this year. And
I get migraines every month, and I'm kind of used to it. I get 1 or 2 a month, and usually they're on one side of my head, and every once in a while I'll have one on the other side of my head, and that's when things are just...
It was super bad this year. And so she was in bed all morning and most of the afternoon, and I just kept quiet and let her rest.
Yeah, which I appreciated. It was very romantic.
Well, that's the least I could do on Valentine's Day for you.
I know.
So
we had talked beforehand that we weren't really going to do anything special because we do spend every day together.
Yeah, but it was just a little bit.
With Michael working from home, it's like we have
every day together.
We talk together.
It's been nice, but yeah, that was a little bit of a more low key, quiet Valentine's Day. But really, we didn't do much else this month.
No, which I think was probably good for both of us.
Yeah, because January felt kind of like a blur. It was so busy. So I'm sure March
having the time to kind of rest and hibernate a little bit and just tend to our inner selves was good.
And I'm sure we're probably not the only people that felt that way. I'm sure.
Yeah,
so,
we both also spent some time reading this month.
We did spend time reading,
which was good.
I started reading Lord of the Rings earlier this.
We had finished reading The Hobbit.
We finished reading The Hobbit
sometime in January, I think.
In January, and that's when I started Lord of the Rings. We're getting ready to go into Moria now, so. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it. I guess are we ready to move into cross stitch?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So fully finished objects.
I have one.
Technically, I have 3, but I can only show 2 of them.
Oh, that's right. One of them is the trading card.
One of them is the ATC trading card that Laura over in Stitching by the Shore. She does an artist trading card exchange twice a year, 3 times a year.
I think twice.
Twice a year, I think it is. And so I participated for the first time last fall, and I really enjoyed it. So I went ahead and did it this year, and I have it fully finished now. It's ready. I'm going to mail that out tomorrow.
Okay.
So it'll be on its way, Laura.
Yeah. So Michael's going to film a little clip, and we're going to put that into our next video.
Our next one, because by then hopefully she'll have released the information and shown all of them.
Yeah, she usually does a parade where she shows all of the cards, and that's one of my favorite. Yeah. It's just seeing the creativity of what people come up with, the prompts that she gives. Yeah,
and the prompt this year for this one was something from the year of your birth. So mine was 1980. Just so you know, you can feel free to start browsing, but I'm not going to reveal anything about it until then. I will say that I put in 718 stitches on it. This last month. Okay. That finished it. So it's not a huge bit of drawing. And a little bit of drawing. So I'm not a great artist by any stretch, but I did do a little drawing on there. So. You'll see that probably first at Laura's parade. So, but I do have 2 other full
okay, and I have one too because Michael finished the Mill Hill kits and he wanted help in learning how to make them into magnets. So I showed him the way that I do it by using one of mine. Yes. I had stitched this 3 years ago and it's just been kind of leaning on my shelf. So I decided to finally fully finish it. And I kind of used that as a example to help show Michael how my process of fully finishing these. So this is red cap mushrooms, and like I said, I stitched and finished this 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure, and it's just been sitting on my shelf in here, but now it's on our fridge. So I used adhesive felt and glued the magnet on the back. And yeah, so
what is that one called?
Red cap mushroom.
Red cap mushroom. Okay, I missed it. All right. So that was her tutorial for me.
Yeah. So I kind of took advantage of needing to show Michael in order to finally fully finish that.
Yeah, but you did well. I mean, I think I did okay on the first one. I think I did a little bit better than the second one because I had your help a little bit on this one. But so this is the first one I fully finished. I had finished stitching this last month. This is called Rainy Weather. This one was a little bit of a special one because this was the first Mill Hill kit.
This is a restitch.
It's a restitch. The first one was lost in our house fire, but this one was just using the kit fabric and that, but I did the fully finished, and so I like her. I actually did a blue felt with a magnet, and I think it turned out pretty well. So
so they've both been on our fridge most of the month, and it's been fun. It's
been a lot of fun. And then this one it was actually a start and a finish and a full finish. So
Michael,
what is that called?
Staffo.
A staffo.
I don't know. Or a staff.
A staff. Staffo. What would you guys call it? A staffo?
I've heard different things from different
start, finish, and full finish. So I don't know. But this one is Groundhog Day. So that is my Groundhog Day.
So cute.
I started this on Groundhog Day, and I do love Groundhog Day. And I usually watch the movie. I didn't end up watching it this year, but so I used green felt the background with the magnet, and it turned out really nice.
You did great.
I think I probably can trim a little bit off of some of the felt on this right side here.
I still think it looks great.
But it turned out pretty well. For not having any help this morning, I think I did a nice job.
Is that a little flower in his hand?
That's a little flower in his hand.
Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a little flower at the bottom. So it would have fit some of the some of the I Spies, but I didn't end up focusing on them. But yeah, this one turned out nice. I do love Groundhog Day. It's one of
now that'll go on the fridge too.
Yeah, it's one of the minor holidays I like that I usually celebrate. So those are my full finishes. For that one, for this month, I actually put in 1,103 stitches to finish.
Okay.
So I only have those because I'm using that for my RPG character challenge. That's why I have the stats. But I think that's it for full finishes.
Okay.
And I don't have any other finishes.
Okay, I do have a finish.
Okay.
And that is my 2025 Collector's Heart by Heart in Hand. I started this sometime in January. And I finished it last night.
Oh, last night?
Yeah, after Mike went to bed.
That's why I didn't see the finish, because I was asleep.
No, you were asleep. And here it is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You asked me consulting the colors on that one.
Yes.
So what did you end up choosing for those ones? So you did do the green. Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you chose the colors I had.
I just love how this turned out.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
When I saw the pattern, I knew that I wanted to change it. It is beautiful the way that it is called for in these greens and pinks, different shades of green and pink. And I have a few Flosstube friends who have stitched this as it's called for, and it looks beautiful. But I know for me, I'm more of a vibrant, rainbowy person, so I decided to make it vibrant and rainbowy.
It is vibrant and rainbowy.
Because it is a celebration. The words on here say, love who you are, and this piece is definitely a celebration of that for me. Yeah. So I just love the vibrant, bright, it just feels happy.
It is happy.
To me. So now that I've finished it, I will put up my color conversion on our website. We have a space where I can do that. And I'll also make an Instagram post and share that. But I used all Colour&Cotton colors. And I just kind of went through what I had and made a little vibrant rainbow. I had this limited edition white. Cupid, which I'm almost out of, is a pink. Barn red. Kumquat, Marigold, Seafoam, Acrobat, Carolina Blue, and Crocus. So that was my palette, and I stitched this on a 28 count navy lugana by Witchell.
That turned out really nice.
Yeah.
How are you going to fully finish it?
I think I'm going to get a frame. I think this is frame worthy. It'll need to be a special.
Yeah.
Yeah. I stitched this on like a leftover scrap from something, so it just happened to be
the right size.
Barely the right size. I mean, the salvage edge is like right there. So yeah, I was able to fit it on here, but it's not going to give me a lot of margin for fully finishing. I don't think I want to turn it into a pillow because then it's just going to be leaning somewhere. I feel like if I frame it, I can stick it on my walls in here somewhere. Yeah.
I think it would be worthy of being hanging on the wall in here.
Yeah. And it's just going to make me happy every time I look at it. Yeah, so that was my finish.
Okay. Do you have any starts?
I did have a start.
I had a start as well.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Okay. So this was one that I had talked a little bit about, and then our friend Heather mentioned having it and wanted to start along with me if I decided to start it, and I did decide to start it this month. I didn't get it started when I anticipated because I just needed time to get the fabric figured out, and it took longer than. So she started it before me, I think, actually. So the pattern is Monochrome Fantasy. So that is the pattern. And I did not use the Call for Floss. I did it in my own conversion with Colour&Cotton. So
yeah, last time we showed we had gone to Colour&Cotton, and it was part of our purchases.
Part of our purchases. I purchased the floss for this, so I think I showed it last time, but I'll re-show it again because let me get these together and I can kind of go through what they are. I should be more organized like you are. So this is the palette I chose for it. So the first one was called Oasis, and this is the one I've already started with. And then I had Cottage. I think this is going to be like the clouds. So helps if you hold the actual name up, doesn't it? And this one is called Arbor Vitae. So it's a nice green. That'll be a lot of the plant work. And the pattern, This is, I believe, oh, this is probably the clouds. The other one I think is more the stars. This one is called Cozy Sweater. And then I have Lapis, which will be a lot of the water features in there. And then most of like the different fantastical creatures will be this one, which is Hallow's Eve, which I think will look really nice. So I'm not that far yet into it. Let's see, I think it's the black.
It's starting to take shape.
But it's starting to take shape. So I got, this is where I did a center start, which I don't do that often.
Oh, okay.
So this is the mountain range you saw in the center. So this is by, the pattern is by Flossy Fox Shop. And I did this on, I don't think I wrote down the fabric for this one. What is the fabric for that one? I know it's a 20, no. This is a Hardanger 22 count.
Oh, yeah, so it's a 22 count navy.
22 count navy by Hardanger. So it's the first time doing an actual 22. The first 22 was an Aida, black Aida that was warped.
Oh, that's right. It was labeled.
It was
labeled.
It was labeled.
Trunk.
It was labeled like 20, but it was actually 22 count. This one is an actual 22 count that I bought, wanting to try it, and I think it turned out really nice. I think the blue mountains are looking really good. You can see a little bit of the variation on that one. So this was 408 stitches, and it's just doing 1/1. So. But I'm enjoying it. It is a little bit trickier to see, so I have to have good light and I have to have not tired eyes. But it's turning out really good so far. I'm happy with the start.
Hardanger has kind of the feel of Ada, but it's woven like a linen.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. And I did try Hardanger.
For those of you who haven't stitched on Hardanger before.
This was my second time trying Hardanger. The first one I didn't like because it was a lot glossier, and that made it much harder to see the holes. Whereas this one's a little bit flatter, color-wise, so it was easier to see the holes behind it. So that was, I don't know if that makes any difference for anybody else, but that was what I noticed. I enjoyed this one much better than the other Hardanger I tried. Because I think I gave you that other fabric because I didn't like it that much.
I think it's in the closet somewhere.
So that was my start. Monochrome Fantasy. It was a start along with Heather. Probably not a stitch along, but Heather, I'd love to see how far you are. Maybe one of your, if she's at one of your Zooms, I can hop in and see what she's got going on. But what was your start?
My start is another project that I'm doing with some friends. I'll have to insert a picture of what the cover looks like because I'm stitching this from a PDF. But it is Flosstube Friends by October House Fiber Arts. And I was roped into doing a stitch along with some very dear Flosstube friends. There's a group of Canadian Flosstubers who are doing this project right now as a round robin. And so some of my friends were inspired by that and said, let's do our own US version.
Yeah.
So there's a whole group of us doing this. So I am stitching this with Catherine from Accounting My Stitches, Jess from Sloan Stitches, Abby, Mountain Mama Stitches, Nikki, Accounted Cross Stitch, and Jennifer from Little Paper Bear Co. So our chat has been great. I've been enjoying it so much. Just getting to know them a little bit better and showing what we're working on and talking about the things that are bringing us joy right now. And so I just have a small start on this because I was doing a focus kind of event in February. So I took a little break one day and I watched my birthday buddy, Sheldon in Stitches, and worked on this. And so this is how far I am. I've just kind of started in the corner and done one little piece of the border. This is quite a large project, so I think I'm going to use the full width of this back corner. And then it doesn't go down much further from where the fold line is in the fabric. So I'm stitching this on a Little Bit Sassy by Bestitch Me. I may change it, I'm not sure, but I'm sticking with this for now. It's a 20 count, and I really like it. I think it's beautiful. The modeling is there, but it's less in person to my eyes than it is on the screen.
I would say that's accurate.
Yeah. So I'm doing another Colour&Cotton. We're all just kind of choosing our own colors. We're gonna individualize the people on the pattern to make them look more like us, or reflect some of the things that we enjoy in stitching. But for the border, I've kind of picked another rainbow from Colour&Cotton.
Nobody's surprised about that.
Yeah, this is more like a moody rainbow. This I'm going to use for the words on the bottom, and then these colors I'm going to use throughout the rest of the border. And then because we're all choosing our own colors and using our own floss for the people in the middle, I think it'll work with anything. So I'm very excited about that. And I just got this pink part, and I think I'm going to kind of do it rainbowy, so this motif will be red and then pink and then orange and then just kind of go around.
Yeah.
That's my idea right now. I probably won't work on this again until April, so we'll see what happens between now and then. But this is my start on the project. Jess from Stitches has already finished the entire border.
What?
Which is amazing, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think we're all just excited to start getting to work on the people. But our first deadline for swapping is in June, so I have some time.
You have some time.
Yeah, to continue working on this. But I really loved hanging out with my Flosstube friends, and yeah, this piece is going to be such a fun celebration of that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it. That was my fun start.
Awesome.
How are you on time?
I'm probably need to stop here.
Okay, we're gonna.
I won't get through these in.
Yeah, we're trying to film as much as we could on our Michael's lunch break. But he's got some meetings, so
yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back this evening. Yep. There'll be a little time change.
Yeah. So see you in a bit. Okay. We are back.
It's nighttime and we have every light on.
Yeah, so there might be a little bit of a glare that they don't ordinarily have, but we will continue, and I think we were just about ready to talk about whips. Oh, and take a nap, maybe. I know, it's been a long day.
All right.
Okay, so whips. How many whips do you have?
I have 3.
I have 5.
Oh.
Do you want me to start then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so my first one, it's one I've been working on a little while, but I don't have a good printout for this particular one. This is my National Parks project, which if you're new here and are familiar with what I've been working on. So I have a set of 63 U.S. national parks from Stitching Madness, which I think is still available on Etsy. And so the one I was working on is this one here. This is called Black Canyon. So I finished the actual stitching of it.
Nice.
It actually looks really good. I'm looking at it in the camera here. Up close, I mean, you can see the stitches a little bit closer, but it actually back like that, it looks really nice. Mm-hmm. So I just have the actual name of it down here below to do, and this one will be finished. I'll be ready to start my next one. So the story behind this project, this is the ones I have done now. So it's actually looking pretty good. Mm-hmm. For those who are new, though, this is a project that I'm using to kind of keep track of the parks we visited together. I know we've been to some of these individually, but I'm trying to track the ones we went together. And so the ones we've actually visited together, I'm actually putting a little green frame around, and then putting the month and the year that we actually visited them. So this is going to be a pretty big project. It'll probably use a fair bit of this fabric, not all of it necessarily, but. So this one is being stitched on 20 count. I think it's what's called a slate, but I'm not 100% sure. I know we got this in the Needlework Gallery in St. Charles. So it is 1/1 with the call for DMCs. So that is my parks project. It was part of a sale I started called Stitch for the Wild Park sale. Mm-hmm. With all the layoffs that were going on with the parks at the time, I thought it was important to support them. Yeah, we need to get you some rest here. So that was the sale I started. It's kind of an ongoing one because this is obviously going to take me probably a number of years to finish. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to join in, there are other national park patterns on Etsy, and there's some books out. I know what's her name, Too Tall Stitchers has a book that she has stitched some out of. So there's a lot of park patterns. If you're inclined to join me, so feel free. So that was my first project.
Nice. My first 2 projects were my Whipco hauls for February. Here's how my Whipco board is looking. I'm doing good. Doing good so far.
She is doing good.
So, the first one of those that I worked on was The Little Snowman by Crochet a Go-Go. Oh. So cute. This was one of my 12 Days of Snow Friends starts in 2025. And this is how far I am now.
Ooh, he looks cute.
Yeah, so I think when I picked this up, it was just a face and part of a hat.
So you got quite
I'm pretty sure there may have been a little bit of the scarf. I honestly can't remember, but I spent 2 nights working on this, and I worked on the sweater and finishing the scarf, and then I came down and started on the body, and I did some of the multicolored snowballs that are in there. And yeah, it was a good few days of working on it. I enjoyed it.
This is work. All right, so that was just a brief phone call I had to take. Sorry about that. So yeah, I guess it's my turn to go for my next whip, which was, let's see, it was my Birds of a Weather temperature chart by Sprouty and Lupine. So this is the chart here. That and this is where I am on it. So eventually it'll be where I am on it. So I've been working on the frame as I'm actually doing just the temperature stitching itself. So I'm actually somewhere in the middle there. I have a couple birds. You can kind of see them in the middle. There were parts of different pages, but so this is the birds I've been working on for the colors. So the first two here over on the right were January, and then the two ones next to that are February. So the little guy on the left over here is the last bird in February. So you can see we have had some warmer stretches in February toward the end here on that bird, but we had some really cold stretches on that first bird. So, so this one is being stitched on one over one with the call for DMCs, except for the trees, which I actually substituted. Mm-hmm. I had to change their color because they didn't really show on the fabric, which is 20 Count Posh by Fortnite Fabrics, which I don't think they're dyeing anymore. Mm-mm. So, but it's looking pretty good. I'll probably finish the frame long before I actually finish the actual temperature stitching, because I've been doing a little bit every month. I've been working through it, so I don't remember exactly where I was on the frame last time. I might have been somewhere towards the top here at the end of January.
Yeah, I don't remember,
but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think so. Yeah. And I don't think I was doing that as a part of any kind of sal, but it was originally.
No, but you have been spending a little time on it every day.
Yeah, I mean, it was originally a sal, but it's long been passed. So yeah, but I do a little bit on every. I at least do the temperature itself stitching, and then I usually put like one strand towards the frame. So that is my Birds of Weather stitch that I've been working on. What is your next whip?
My next whip go call was Snowman Sentinel Welcome by Stony Creek Collection. I don't remember. This is my oldest
snow friend. This is your oldest snow friend whip.
I think from 3 or 4 years ago. I don't remember. But here's where I am now.
Ooh.
So when it was called for Whip Go this month, I focused on the mittens. So I did all that mitten stitching. And I spent 3 nights on this. And yeah, I'm pleased with how much I was able to get done in 3 nights. And yeah, I'm stitching this with the Called for Colors 1/2 on 36 count Pampas Grass by Colour&Cotton. And it's getting a little bit closer.
It's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's still quite a bit to go on that one, but
there is. I am cutting off part of this pattern, so I think the word welcome down here, this part I'm not.
So you're just gonna round him off.
I am debating how I'm gonna do that, but yeah, I'm not there yet.
Little ways to go still.
Yep, but it's looking good.
It's looking snow friendish.
Yep.
Okay, see, so my next one was a sale that I started with, and I got behind and decided, you know what, I'm just going to let it finish out and then pick it up when I have more time to stitch it in a relaxed manner. So this one is the Burrow Tales Sal by Quaternion Creation. That was going on last year. Actually, I've been forgetting to give my stats. I don't guess it's that important, is it? If you're interested in stats, this one had 695 stitches, though, and my Birds of Weather actually put 1,609 stitches on, but this is my Burrow Tales. Oh. It's looking pretty good. So this one is on 20 count The Deep Aida by Live and Die LA with 1/1, and I did a Colour&Cotton conversion, which I'll show in a second. But so I've been stitching on. Hold that in the center. So I've been started like right around in here because I finished the last one last month, and I've been working my way down the direction. So I think this is the 4th page, and I don't remember how many exact pages there are. There's like 12, something like that. So, but it's going really well. There's going to be a little moth in the middle of there, and then there's a possum in this one, which is the kind of central figure. So this one's been a lot of fun to stitch. I enjoyed it when it first started. I've enjoyed stitching on it, but I just got behind, and then I got further behind, and I just like
Yeah.
it's just not going to catch up. It's going to be too stressful. I'd rather enjoy the stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the colors that I. Oh, there's the whites and the greens that I converted to. I think this is on the website. Our website, the conversion is, but it's Stardust, which is the green one, and then Snowflake. I use a lot. It's kind of a nice bright white,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got some orange glow stick for the other highlights. So it's kind of the. This was one of the ones I did for the stitch for one of the nation's patriotic stitch for the Olympics when I was doing the Olympic stitch. So I think it might have been the last one I did. It's like at least consciously did. So.
Yeah.
So that was my burrow tails. I don't have a overall chart for it. I'm sure there's probably a picture of it somewhere, but that was my third whip. What about your next one?
Why don't you show another one?
Show another one? Okay, I can do it. I can show another one. So this one here is called Gonzo. I'm here to tell the story. I started this at the Jingle Ball last year. So this one is by the Niche Stitcher. I did 817 stitches on it this month, which is more than I did last month. So you can see it's mostly at a point where I'm filling in. I did all the framework early. I think I did it before the Jingle Ball.
No.
Or did I do the framework at the Jingle Ball? I don't. Anyway, I finished the framework. There's the same below here. So he's just been filling in. I finished off the hat and did that color. I finished off his eyelids, and then I've been working on the blue here. You'll notice there's a missing eye. That's a tribute to Jason. I've decided to make that something I kind of focus on when there's an opportunity to do it because it's fun. So that is my Gonzo. It is on 20 count Keepsake Aida by Mystic Fabrics. And I'm just doing it 1/1 with the called for DMCs. So he's turning out really nice. Now that more of him is actually filled in, he's looking really good. So they did a really nice job picking out the blue. That's a good Gonzo blue, I think. So that is my Gonzo pattern. No Sal or anything on that one. So I do have the companion piece. There's a Rizzo the Rat companion piece that I'll probably be starting this year when I finish that. Maybe in Jingle Ball. Maybe it'll be a Jingle Ball start. Okay. So your next whip?
Yeah, so the last whip that I worked on, I decided to do an Olympic endurance challenge as sort of my Olympic stitching this year. So I picked one of my neglected whips and I decided to see how much progress I could get on it in the 17 days during the Olympics. So the project that I chose for that was Cherry Blossom Creek. It's the Dimensions Gold Collection Kit. And I started this...
When did you start that one?
I know it was the first day of spring. It was maybe it was 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember where we were. If we were here yet.
I don't remember if we were here or not. It's been a while. It's a little older whip.
Yes. So this is based on artwork by Soon Kim. And actually, I went and looked at the artist's website because I was curious what the piece of art that this was based on looked like. And I'll insert a picture because I thought it was really beautiful. But I know there are several Dimensions pieces based on their artwork. But yeah, it's just a beautiful piece. And I was curious, how far could I get on this? I'll insert a picture of where it was when I started the morning before the opening ceremony. And then I started working on it during the opening ceremony.
And didn't stop until...
And I finished after... Closing. Andrew, it was after the fire was out. Yeah. We watched the replay of the closing.
It was a beautiful closing ceremony, by the way.
So. It was all beautiful. And... Ta-da!
It is really looking good.
This is how far I got in 17 days.
Wow.
Now, I don't tend to keep track of my
stitch
count, but I did when I was done. I was very curious. And I went and my best guesstimate, my math. I tried to do some math, and I think I stitched about 15,500 stitches.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. Which was, I think, 40% of the project.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point now where I have about a fourth left of it, about 25%.
That's a lot of progress.
Which is very exciting, yeah. So I stitched, at first I was kind of going back and forth between the tree and the stuff down here. And then I got to a point where I had finished all the pink in the tree. So I decided to come over here and kind of make my way to this corner and then start working down. So now I kind of have the option. The part in the center here is mostly half stitches. All the water and some of the rocks that are in the creek here. And then the rest is full stitches. And I'm just following what the dimension kit calls for, however many strands, and some of it is blends. The only thing that I'm doing different is there are some places where there was supposed to be no stitching up here in the top. And I went through threads that I have left over from other dimensions kits, and I selected one that was the same color as my fabric. And I don't know if you can see, but I just used one strand to do a half stitch. For me, it just kind of gives it a more complete look than leaving it open. I don't love that look. I did this with one of the stockings that I did, and I just preferred the way that that looked and felt. So I did do a little bit of extra stitches, but for me, it was worth it. And I like the way that it's looking and how it's coming together.
It's a beautiful pattern.
So I'm not sure if I will finish this year. If I pull this out again, I think maybe 10 days would give me a finish. If I stitch at the same rate that I stitched the 17 days of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because I have about 9,000 stitches left on this.
Yeah.
So 8 or 9 days of good stitching it would take me.
That sounds probably about right.
So I'm not sure if I'll pull this out later, maybe in the summer to try to get a finish, or if I'll save it for next year. If I need a break, I'm not sure.
Well, it was definitely an endurance challenge.
It was. There were days that I loved it, and there were days that I was like, can I stitch on something else now?
You're definitely not a monogamous stitcher anymore.
No, and the funny thing is I was talking with some friends, like, I used to stitch on one thing, and that was not a problem or a question, and I didn't long for anything else.
But now
that I stitch, like, usually I'll spend 2 days on a project before I'll switch to something else.
Yeah, you don't jump around like I do usually, but
17 days was kind of a lot.
Yeah.
The nice thing was I didn't have to try to decide what to work on next.
That's true.
But there were some days where I wished I was working on something else.
I understand. You know, I jump around multiple times within a day.
I'm very proud of myself. I stuck with the challenge, and
you did it. You got a gold medal.
Got over 15,000 stitches. So
I consider that a gold medal, really.
Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, was that your last whip?
That's my last whip.
All right, so my last whip is probably one of my bigger projects. So for those of you who have been here will know when I mentioned my Yggdrasil pattern. Yes, this was inspired by Katie Jeremiah's mom, and I started a Sal with this. It's not necessarily this pattern you have to stitch, but so this is the pattern itself, or this is not the pattern. This is actually the cover sheet because I wouldn't show you the pattern. But this is what I'm stitching. It's called the Seasonal Tree of Life, Yggdrasil. The hashtag is Yggdrasil. Woo! So if you wanted to join me, but I'm also using this for my Threadwalker Saga, which I'll talk a little bit about in a second. But so yeah, this is my Sal that I started, the pattern. This is by Denise Designs Studios, and it's been a lot of fun to stitch on. So so I need the little white behind it, I think now, because it's getting to that point. But so this is where I've made it to.
Wow.
It's looking pretty good. I did make it to the second page. So yeah, this is the spring side, which is, we're almost at spring. I might even finish before spring. We'll see how like at least this page. I know there's more spring tree down below here. I think it cuts off like part way. So there's a little bit more spring tree, but I might finish this page at least. So this is on 18 count white gridded Aida. And I'm stitching it 1/1 with a call for DMCs. And so the hashtags are Yggdrasil, woo, and Threadwalker. So the Threadwalker saga that I'm stitching this for was by Steph at Wild Fox Stitchery. So basically, the idea behind this is that she created a character sheet for that you can be a number of different classes. You can you choose a project to be your focus typically. Although the way she's been doing it, she has a wheel she spins for it, which is another way you could do it. But I chose this project because I wanted to get a lot of progress on it. And I did this month 2,383 so far. And so all the numbers I've been kind of giving are a little bit, take it with a little grain of salt because we're not quite finished with February. So for this video though, we're finished, but I'm also using this for these projects for my Open RPG set challenge. So so there is that. And so that put me at, this is my tracking sheet, and I am actually on level 26. So I made it actually really good progress.
I was curious. So after I did all my stitching, I then went and did the adventure, and I made it to level 49 with that project.
Wow. You
I was curious, like, how far would it take me in the adventure?
So if you did the other 25% for that adventure, you would make it pretty far.
I didn't quite make it to that 5th monster.
Close. So yeah, these are the monsters down over here. Once you get to the end of the level, you face one of these monsters, and so what you do is the idea is you will roll a. She has it set up to roll 2 6-sided die. I've been using a 12-sided die just because I think I wanted to use it 12. I don't know. So after I get to every major boss area, I've been working on a story for my character because. So the first part of the story, his background, and the first step of his journey is in the last video. If you're interested in seeing that, but I'm going to go ahead and I have another.
It's story time.
It's story time.
Story
so
time
another step for this particular character, Galler of the Tree of Life, and so I titled this section "Retracing Steps, Staring into the Abyss."
Oh boy!
So waving goodbye to the good villagers of Menders, Galdor sipped at their parting gift, a leather flagon of hot Earl Grey. According to the village elder, the land of Catherine could not be reached without crossing a region in the east of his realm known simply as the Abyss. The region was said to be inhabited by fearsome beasts and monsters most vile. While he had his doubts, he now had little choice but to attempt a crossing. The passage to the Abyss would require nearly a month's journeying through the Grey Tree Forest, a sparsely populated woodland home to many species of birds, foxes, and other wild game. Without warning, a dark shape leaped out from the bushes. It was a terrible owlbear had narrowly missed his head. Brandishing his trusty silver needle, Galdor made swift work of the beast, only to find the body vanishing into mist. Someone or something was trying to prevent him from reaching Catherine. Just as he was about to begin pressing forward, he discovered the attack had caused yet another terrible tangle in his thread. He began walking, muttering under his breath as he worked to remove the terrible mess from his project. In the next couple of weeks, Galdor's journey was uneventful, but he did notice a distinct change coming over the forest. Here and there, the ground began to be pocked with marshy ground, and the distinct sound of croaking began to call to him.
Rabbit.
As the marshland became more prevalent, he spied a new pattern, a frog calling to him to turn aside and join in the joy of a new start. He smiled sadly. "Not just yet, my dear frog pattern," he said. At long last, the forest was left behind, and he found himself facing a deadly marshland with a large abyss not 100 yards further on. A loud roar, almost a ribbit, greeted his ears as he approached the edge of the abyss. There, its great ugly head rising out of the misty abyss, was the dreaded abyssal frog, said to foil the completion of many former projects, sending them into timeout at best, or to the dreaded UFO realm. For some, this was a creature of nightmares. Summoning what courage remained to him, Galdor drew forth a silver bonin, and much to his surprise, the abyssal frog disappeared into the mist. In its wake, Galdor spied the mist forming a strange sort of bridge, seemingly substantial enough to walk on. Taking a ginger step onto the mist, he found it held, So this was the secret of the abyss. He was certain, even as he moved across the black abyss, he had not seen the last of the abyssal frog. And that's where his second step of the adventure ends.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
I've been having fun writing those. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing them. So I kind of wove in the different challenges that you encounter as you're going up the levels. There's those different colors were different things. So there was the thread knotting, and then the monster. I faced a monster who hit me pretty hard. I had to do an extra 200 stitches.
Oh.
So yeah, and then the distraction was also. And I tried to link some of the things because there's things I'll talk about in the future. So if you spot some of the themes that will be coming up, you might. But that's been a lot of fun to work on that project, and to be part of both styles. And so as I mentioned, also, if you're new here, I might open my RPG character creation style challenge. So all the stitching counts that I've been doing, they go towards my RPG character creation challenge, which I have a spreadsheet that you can use to track those, and I have a video which we can link to that explains that challenge if you're interested. But needless to say, it's put quite a few stitches towards my character. So the first month of my challenge decided the race or species, and this month will decide my actual class.
It was so much fun watching different people's videos and hearing what they were.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I'll talk this about in my future plans, but I know I have an idea for helping to create more of a community around the challenge. So I'll talk a little about that later. But so that is my last whip, though. I don't really, like I said, I don't know what class it is because the month's not over. So I track all your. It's for each month. So until I get to the end of February, won't really know. But so I think that's about it for my whips and your whips, and I think that's it. What do we usually talk about next? Oh, there we go.
Our list is right here.
Oh, there it is. How about that?
Conveniently.
Stitching kindnesses?
Stitching kindnesses.
Do we have any stitching kindnesses this month?
We do. Sorry, I had a text.
That's okay.
Distracted by a text. Oh, one thing we forgot to talk about in our life update that I thought of this afternoon was that we celebrated my birthday with your mom.
Oh, we did. You're right. That was last night.
Yeah, we went out to dinner.
We went out to dinner, and we had some good Mexican food, and you opened up a present or two. And
so she gifted me 2 cross-stitch gifts. One of them is this Mill Hill kit, the Winter Bird, which is so cute. Yeah. This might come on the trip with me. Oh. Because it's small, and I can stitch it. And the Birds in Nature Sparrow by Erin Elizabeth. Sorry, I'm trying to get as little glare as possible. Yes. But it's just beautiful. I think my dad might have this too. He might have stitched it already. Dad, did you stitch this already? I can't remember. But I'm looking forward to starting both of these. I'm working on them.
You do have a birthday salad.
So generous of her. Yes, I do. So we'll see. Maybe I'll start both of those in March.
Very nice. I don't have any kindnesses for me this month. I don't think. So.
That was it.
We do have stash enhancements, project enhancements.
We do.
They haven't arrived, but we did make some purchases.
No, we made 2 pre-orders.
We do
2 market pre-orders.
2 market pre-orders because we wanted to support stuff.
So we placed one order through Steph at Just Keep Stitching Co. and another order through Abby at Top Knot Stitcher Shop. Yeah. Because we love both of them and we wanted to support them. So we got some of the Under the Waves patterns. I got a few of those. We got the thread pack, and we each picked out a few of those patterns, and then we each also picked out one pattern. I picked out the Blue Jay Star Picker, I think, from Fine Frog Stitching. Yeah. And Michael got one of the Halloween birds from Boomerang Stitches. I did. It was Piercy. The piratey one, which looked like fun to me. Yeah, so those will come sometime. Yeah, when those arrive, we'll actually show what they are and all that, but it'll be a little while before they get here. So. Yeah, that was our purchasing. This was our purchasing, yeah. Which is good. We're still on track. We're still on track. We're doing good. We're doing good with our lower by year. Yes, definitely. We definitely bought less this year than we did last year. Yeah, so that's good. So yeah, but other than that, we didn't purchase anything else. Mm-hmm. So we're doing good. Yeah, yes. Other than that, the stitching plans. Yep. What are your stitching plans? I've got a lot of plans. Do you have a lot of plans? I have some plans. I don't know if I have a lot of plans. Okay, well, the big tip-top plan, which you're invited to join me on, is the Bird the Day sale. I will
I will join you.
Some of my friends and I were laughing yesterday because, of course, I made like the most tongue twistery Sal for my birthday.
Well, it's fun.
Yes. So I made a whole separate video if you're interested in seeing all of my bird finishes, whips, and potential starts. But I do have 3 starts that I'm planning on absolutely starting. One of them is my official birthday start, which is On a Low Branch by Mojo Stitches. So I'll be starting this at some point in March. And I did decide, thank you so much for all of your suggestions and feedback. I think I have decided I'm going to go with Starfall as my fabric. This is beautiful blue. So I'm going to do a floss toss with some different whites to see Blanc, 200, 30, 65. See which one I like on this. For that. I'm also going to be starting Pigeon and Puddle with 2 of my friends, Karen and Connie. So we might start this on one of the Tuesdays in March. But if you're interested in joining me, we would love that so much. I have a few of the threads already. I need to figure out a fabric and the rest of the threads. And then the other one I'll have to insert a picture of is the Ruskin's Penguins by Modern Folk Embroidery. This one I'm planning on bringing on my trip, so I'll be starting it sometime in the next week. And I'm going to be doing it on one of these 2 fabrics.
Those are pretty bad.
I need to see,
do a floss top.
I just need to make sure that the black is going to show up on this one because it's a little bit darker. I know that the white's going to show up on both of these, but I need to see how the black looks also. But it only uses 2 colors and it has a very repetitive border, so I thought that might be a good travel bird to bring with me.
Yeah.
So that'll be, those are definite, but if, like I said, if you want to watch that video, I show a whole bunch of other bird patterns that I may potentially start in March.
I do have my pattern here that I'm starting.
Oh.
So this is the one I'm going to start for your birthday. Your birthday, Sal. This one is called Ominous Owl by the Stitch Script. Oh. So this bird here reminds me of my familiar that for my wizard character when we played. I had a barred owl. And so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun to stitch. I haven't picked out the fabric. I don't know if I'm gonna go with this purplish look or if I'm gonna go a different direction. I'll have to see what my options are, but
we've got options.
We do have options. So that'll be my start for your birthday, Sal.
That's so fun. And some of our other friends have been telling me what birds they're gonna be working on, and that's been so fun to see and hear. And
yeah, I'm gonna try to get the fabric cut before you go, so I can start it on your actual birthday. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll start on my birthday, but it'll be sometime in March.
It'll be sometime in March.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just gonna be a month full of starts, a month full of bird starts.
Yeah, you're gonna do a lot of bird starts.
And it's gonna continue in April because my friend Bethany Bird Stitcher, her birthday is in April. So we're gonna continue stitching birds in April too, I think.
I don't think I have enough bird patterns to keep going for a whole month or 2 months.
I do.
I know you do.
Bethany does too, I know.
Well, this one will take me a little bit to stitch. I mean, it's a fairly larger one. I have some smaller ones too.
Yeah. So that's my tip-top plan. Also, the Whipco calls were announced this morning. So if I don't get to these in March with all of my bird stitching, that's okay. I'll just roll it over to April and do these pieces in April.
Gotcha.
So the 2 numbers that were called today were number 3 and number 4. Here's my list of all of my snow friends. So one of those numbers was We Won Love and Peace by Heart and Hand. And I just have a tiny bit of work on that. So 2 or 3 nights should get me pretty far on this project. And the other one is Burr, It's Cold Outside by Brenda Gervais. And this is another one where 2 or 3 nights will give me a lot of progress because I'm not even halfway, I don't think, on this project. So that's very exciting. So, like I said, I'll try to work on those in March, but if I don't get my 2 nights each on each of those, I'll do that in April.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
All right. Other plans or?
That's it, I think, for plans.
Oh, okay.
My big plan is birds.
Your big plan, well, I knew that. I knew. I just assumed. I mean, a lot of my plans just involves continuing with some of the projects I've been working on. Obviously, like I'm going to keep working on my Birds of a Weather and my Yggdrasil, Sal, the Threadwalker Saga. Those 2 patterns I've been enjoying a lot. I'm going to make some more progress on my Monochrome Fantasy that I started. I really like the way it's looking, and I want to try to get I kind of have the mountains, and I think there's like one of the dragons up above, and there's like another dragon below in the water. So I'm gonna try to get some work in progress on that. And then my Andrew, or not Andrew, Jason and I are doing a leap into spring, Sal. That'll be in March, the first day of spring, and the leap into spring is stitch anything with of a frog pattern. So it could be just the frog, or it could be the whole pattern.
I think someone said they're doing different amphibian.
Oh yeah, I think there was a newt or something in there.
And someone else said they're doing a bunny because they hop into spring also.
They do hop into spring.
Yep.
Whatever floats your boat.
Any creature.
I was inspired by his frog pattern that he did, which is where kind of my idea to originated. And I talked to him, and he said that's a fun idea. Let's do it. So he, I think he's narrowed his down.
Oh, it's a really cute. It's like a little frog on a mushroom.
Little frog on a mushroom.
Yeah, he showed it in his most recent video.
Oh, okay, I don't think okay, so did I see that one?
Yeah.
I might have did. They all kind of fun. I had watching so many videos lately. But I do have, I think I have at least one of my patterns picked up. There might be a second one.
Oh.
So this is the one I think I'm going to stitch.
That's so cute. He's
a little frog wizard. This one is, let's see, by Max Stitches Art. It's called Witch Frog 3. So I found this one on Etsy. He has a number of other frog patterns as well. This one kind of fit me. And there's another one of his where there's a frog reading a book that I thought was cute too. But whether or not I stitch all of the surrounding stuff, I'm not 100% sure. Or if I just want to do him, or I really haven't decided yet on that. But that's one of the patterns. I have another pattern that I'm considering also starting. It's a Jim Henson and Kermit the Frog pattern. It has a quote, but I'm probably going to change the quote because the quote's not actually from Jim Henson.
Oh,
it's from one of the movies, but it's not one that he wrote. It's from a song that somebody else wrote. So I'm thinking of changing the quote, but I really like it. It's got Jim Henson and little Kermit next to him. So I might also stitch that possibly. So
I did some looking, and I found a Nath Nalu frog that I liked. It's like made up of flowers, so I might stitch that in April.
Oh, okay.
Since I'm doing all the birds.
Yeah, you're gonna have a busy month. But...
And someone in our comments on our last video said that they're joining both of our sales by stitching. It's a pattern that has a frog riding on a bird.
That is really fun.
I'd
love to see that. Who is that?
I don't know.
That is cool. So that's a lot of my plans. For my RPG character challenge, I've been weighing the options. I know there's some people do Facebook groups, but I think I've decided and settled on setting up a Discord channel.
Okay.
I don't have the channel fully set up yet, but once I kind of get it set up, my thought is I could also use it just for building community, and for people can use it to chat about other sales or challenges, other cross stitch stuff. So I will have multiple channels set up in there, and that has a video chat option in there as well, that you don't really need to set up a pre-appointment time. So anytime you're in there, you can talk to people. Okay. It has events you can set up. So it's got a lot of options. When I have the channel all the way set up, or for the Discord channel, I'll put out a video to talk about it, and I'm going to do at the very end of it, I'll do a little tutorial about what exactly is Discord, how do you use it, how do you set it up,
because I don't know those things either.
So I'll just it'll be a short little video at the end there to talk about that. If you've never used it, it's pretty simple and easy to use, but it might be intimidating if you've never used it, just setting it up. It's pretty simple. So that was one of the things I think I've decided on. I think the Discord will be a better option for building a community rather than a Facebook group.
And it won't be tied to...
And it won't be tied to Facebook. And it won't get lost in all the groups on Facebook. And, so there's that. That's one of the things I decided on. That's one of my last big plans. The other ones are just kind of stuff I've been already stitching on. I'm sure there'll probably be other sales and challenges I hear about that I might be interested in, but I stitch by where I feel most of the time, as you know. So I would like to try to get back to the I Spies this month.
Okay.
Because I do enjoy those.
Yeah, I saw she posted those today. So
yeah, I do enjoy those. The last month I just needed a month, I guess, to stitch on what I wanted.
That's good. That's important.
So I think that's it. Other crafts I don't really have. I know I have crochet.
So that's it for the cross stitch.
That's it for the cross stitch.
If that's all you care about.
If that's all you're here for, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you liked it enough to subscribe and like it, that would be great, because that does help out our algorithms.
Yeah, we're going to talk about other crafts that we did, and then we're going to go into board games.
Yes. So if you're not interested in those, thank you. And if you are, as I was just starting to talk about without even realizing I was going forward, but I started learning crochet the end of last year. Was it, or the?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the end of last year.
Yeah, I gave you something for your birthday.
You gave me
sometime this fall.
So sometime last fall. And I have a project, a Woobles Frodo pattern that I've been working on. I had started working on, and I only did like one round this month, so I didn't think it was enough to really to show. Hopefully in March I'll get more of the crochet bug back in, feeling like it. But that's really the only thing I've done, other craft wise. What about you?
I did work some of my diamond painting that I showed last time. I had this Snow Friend diamond painting. It's called Joyful Jolly Snowman, and it's based on artwork by Donna Gelsinger. And this is what that looks like. Ooh. And I worked down in this portion on the scarf. So I think I filled in a lot of this scarf. I honestly don't remember how much. But I think all of this red stuff wasn't done before when I showed it to you in our last video. I spent a couple afternoons working on that. And it does have some of these like large diamonds, which is kind of fun in a few places. So there's just one large one and then the snowflake. But yeah, this is a fun project. I'll probably get back to this at some point when I feel like I need it. So there's that. And then I also did a little bit of quilting. Ooh. I looked through and pulled out one of my springy quilt loops that I had abandoned. It's a quilt that I started 3 years ago. And it's got these really beautiful springy colors. I'll insert a picture of kind of part of the layout that I have in the other room. There's a room next to this one that I have it laid out on the bed in there. Yeah. But so it's a combination of these half square triangle like diamond blocks and just plain blocks, and you alternate them to make the pattern. And I'm following a video tutorial from Moonkin Stitchery, and the quilt is called Cluster Gems, and it uses a layer cake. Her pattern uses a layer cake, and I had bought enough fabric to make both my mom and I this quilt, and I gifted my mom her quilt 3 years ago, so now I'm finally getting around to making mine. But I already have the backing and binding fabric, so I'll probably finish it at some point in March.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Other crafts?
That was all my other crafting.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it for crafts.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and set up for board games. We don't have a lot of board games, so it should be a shorter section, but...
I'm turning the page.
Okay. She's turning the page.
Turning the page.
All right. So... what did we play in the month of February?
Because we did not play as much.
We didn't play as much. I didn't feel like we played as much either.
Yeah, you were correct. We did not.
Okay.
As Michael said, we had a game day with a few friends, and on that day we played one game each of Flamecraft and Hues and Cues, which was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
With my dad, over the course of the month, we played one game of Wingspan, 2 games of Sea Salt and Paper, and then 1 game each of Covenant, Flip 7, Forest Shuffle, Patchwork Doodle, and Planet Unknown.
Oh.
And then Michael and I, over the course of the month, we played 3 games of Flip Town, 2 each of Wingspan, Big Sur, Forest Shuffle Dartmoor, Luthier, and then 1 game of Trinket Trove.
Wow. Yeah, none hit our 4 game threshold.
None reached our 4 game threshold to talk about.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
We had a few that had 3.
Few that had 3, but... yeah, well, I'm sure we'll play more in March, because I know you got a new game.
I'm very excited. Oh yeah,
yeah. You got a game. Game kindnesses. We'll talk more about that once we played it, probably.
Yeah. But I don't know. Was there any gaming related things you want to talk about? So we didn't have a game to talk about, so this video is going to be a little bit shorter.
Yeah,
but it just gives you something to look forward to in our next video, because I'm sure next time we'll have lots of games to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. I mean, we'll play a lot more games in Florida this time, and I'm sure we'll play more games throughout this month. But it's just
yeah, we already have a game day planned with our friends for the middle of March, so
yeah. So there's a high chance we'll play something 4 more times.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit quieter month for gaming. I mean, we were busy with a lot more stitching and watching the Olympics, and so yeah, it was just a different gaming month. So, so if you stayed with us this long, thank you for staying, and we hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here and being part of this community. It's been great, and that was something we didn't mention. We actually hit 1,500 subscribers, which I was surprised by how many we had.
Were you?
I was. I didn't realize how close we were.
We've been close for a while.
We've been close for a little while, but it's a big, for me, it feels like a big milestone. I don't know. But that was exciting. So thank you for being with us, and we hope you enjoy doing the things you love with the people you love the next month.
We love you. Please take care of yourself. Please, do what you need to find a little bit of joy, a little bit of peace, a little bit of hope.
Yeah, I think all of us can use that at this time. So,
and then if you have the strength, please help others.
Yes, please help others. Everybody can use. You don't really know what they're going through and who might need help. So anybody who you can help is definitely, it's a great thing you can do. So we'll be back in about a month with our regular one. I might have a.
Oh yeah, Michael might have an extra in the middle.
I'll have an extra in the middle of April
or in the middle of March. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah, not that far, not that fast yet. But I will have one in the middle of March sometime, talking a little bit more about my Open RPG challenge and the Discord I mentioned. So,
and then we'll be back at the beginning of April.
Yeah, we'll be back at the beginning
to show you all my birds and whatever else we got up to.
Whatever else we got, who knows? So until then, we'll see you soon.
Yep.
Love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.